Hey, what's up? My name is Kite, and today we'll be talking about diagrams in statistics, visualizing the story behind the numbers. Diagrams in statistics are powerful tools that allow us to visualize data. Instead of just reading raw numbers, we can transform them into graphs and charts, which makes it easier to understand and analyze the information. Frequency and frequency distribution. In statistics, frequency refers to the number of times a specific event, value, or observation occurs within a given dataset over a specified period. It measures the repetition of a particular outcome in a set of data points. By calculating the frequency, we can understand how common or rare certain values are in a dataset to summarize the distribution of the data. For example, if you eat spaghetti 3 times a week, the frequency of eating spaghetti is 3. To make data easier to look at, we can use a frequency distribution table. This table shows the items and how many times these items show up in the data. Let's say 10 students were asked how many hours they sleep per night. Their answers were 6, 7, 8, 6, 7, 8, 6, 9, 8, 7. We can make a table showing how many times each number appears. If we have more numbers, we can group them into class intervals. For example, 5 to 6 hours, 7 to 8 hours, or 9 to 10 hours. Using these helps organize big sets of data more clearly. Next up are the types of diagrams and their uses. Bar graphs are great for showing categorical data, which means data that can be grouped by names, labels, or types. This could be things like favorite colors, brands, or types of fruit. The bars can be vertical, going up, or horizontal, going across, depending on how you want to present the data. It helps to compare the sizes of categories, and there should always be a gap between the bars to show that each category is separate. This makes it easier to see which category is the biggest or the smallest. Think of your favorite fruit. We asked your classmates on their opinion on this, and survey says 5 chose apple, 3 chose banana, and 7 chose grapes. Now we can use a bar graph to show this. Each fruit gets a bar, and the height of the bar shows how many people chose it. Next up, histograms are used to display continuous data, which consists of numbers that can take any value within a range, like age, height, or test scores. These data don't have large gaps between values, making histograms ideal for patterns or distributions. In a histogram, data is grouped into ranges called bins, and the height of each bar shows how many data points fall within that range to see the distribution and identify trends. Let's say you want to show the ages of students in a class. You can group their ages into ranges like 5 to 19, 20 to 24, and so on. You may recognize these as class intervals, and then you can use a histogram to show how many students fall into each group. Unlike bar graphs though, there are no gaps between the bars, which shows that the data is a part of a continuous range. Therefore, histograms help us see the shape of the data and which values are most common. Dot plots are used to show individual data points using small circles placed along a number line. Each dot represents one value, making it easy to see how often a specific number occurs. An example of this is by collecting the responses of 20 students who are either choosing cookies and cream or matcha as the most tasty flavor of ice cream. Changes in your life? Maybe a line graph is the suitable answer. This is great for showing how things change over time. It uses points connected by lines to track the changes in data. This makes it easy to compare different sets of data over time and spot patterns. An example of this is by tracking the reach of your viewers on your YouTube channel by comparing your different uploads. An apple pie is coming through, and so is statistics. A pie chart shows parts of a whole by dividing each part using percentages and angles. A good example of a pie chart is showing your time management with different tasks and other responsibilities. Always remember that in categorical data, which is always specific, labeled, and may be with or without order, bar graphs and pie charts are suitable examples for it. On the other hand, in continuous data, which is always in numerical value and may fall between the values of two numbers, the best examples of those are histograms, dot plots, and line graphs. They're the best in demonstrating that type of data. These visual tools not only help tell the stories and observations behind data, but also make statistics easier to navigate and clearer to analyze. This is your math guide, Kite. Let's make math a mathayang learning experience.